What's going on, guys? It's Gothalion, and welcome back to Out of Bounds. In this series, we like to look at Borderlands 1 and 2 from angles that you wouldn't normally see in just a standard playthrough or gameplay or boss kills, just because we're over a year and a half through this game's life cycle, and it feels like maybe we should be looking at it from different angles. Obviously, this series will sometimes be just like, what's the meat and potatoes? What's the building blocks of Borderlands? How are these levels put together? And a lot of people seem to like that. Other times, it's wacky shit where I just sort of go on about like little indiscrepancies, little things where there's lack of continuity, and it's shit that you normally wouldn't see, and people feel like that's sort of wacky. A lot of people like that, some people don't, and I understand that that's fine if you don't like the wacky shit, but I'm gonna keep doing it because that's just part of who I am. Today's episode, we're gonna be stepping aside from the wacky, and we're gonna be looking at the building blocks. We are in Gingerton, Frostbottom Station currently. This is the Marcus Saves Mercenaries Day DLC, and I thought it would be kind of cool to show you guys how this whole area is put together, because Gearbox does use, you know, clever rendering effects and shit to keep with the immersion of the game, and then sometimes, yeah, it does break immersion, but most of the time they do a pretty good job about stuff. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna look at, okay, so we're in the dust right now, which is where Marcus's shop is located, but obviously the dust isn't fully rendered. It's just a flat texture. It's actually like a curvy flat texture. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna leave the little bubble here. So you see it's just a curvy texture, and this is Marcus's shop, the top of it. But what you normally like might not be able to get a good view of in here, looking through these windows, is evidently, Marcus's shop is relatively close to Lynchwood, which is right over here. This is the flat texture that they use for Lynchwood. So this might be the reverse side of Lynchwood. I don't know exactly where it is located in relationship to Lynchwood. We can look on the map here. This is where Marcus's shop is. It's right here. Lynchwood is, of course. Let's look at see where they place Lynchwood on here. Lynchwood is right. What? Lynchwood right there. But the dust right here. Lynchwood over here. But we could still see Lynchwood from here, which I think this might fall into poor continuity, because can you yeah, you can barely see Lynchwood out this window, but that is Lynchwood over there. So I don't know, north, if we're okay, so we're facing north right here. Lynchwood should be to the north, northwest. So let's see if that's relatively, I don't know about that. Lynchwood should be right. Lynchwood is right there. So it's pretty much directly east, or directly west of here. They did a pretty good job. It's not bad. Lynchwood should be around there somewhere, or not even viewable, but that's Lynchwood. Anyways, so let's keep looking at how things are put together. Let me know how you feel about them showing Lynchwood right there, if that was a good choice. Should they have used a different texture, or what? But I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I think it's cool that they try to link everything. So we're gonna go ahead and fly through here, and now we are, of course, above Gingerton. I think that this is a really well put together DLC. I like it a lot. Let's get a little bit higher here, and we have a nice aerial view of the whole thing. We're gonna go try to see how close to the Hyperion moon base we can get. I think we'll probably hit horizontal death wall on the way over there. And there are a couple mountains that actually look like the Grinch That Stole Christmas mountain. We're gonna try to get close to those as well. Or maybe this one up here is supposed to be the Grinch That Stole Christmas mountain. The further we get away, the less it renders of the mesh, and you'll start to get some pop in. There's really not that much over here. Like I said, I do like how this DLC is placed together. It's pieced together really well, and I'm probably gonna look at the other headhunting packs too in the following weeks. You guys let me know which one you'd like to see first and foremost after this one. I just thought this one is cool because of the whole, there's a desert underneath the earth type thing, which is what I think I'll name this episode. Some areas you are able to get relatively close to the Hyperion moon base. So we're gonna go ahead and turn up the game speed and see how quickly I could get over there and how close to it I can get before it decides that I should not be alive any longer. Over there, of course, is where Mr. Tinder Snowflake spawns, and his hat is down there. We're gonna go take a look at that in a secco, but we're gonna try to get as close to this mountain as we can and see if Gearbox placed any Easter eggs. I've actually gone into a few zones where they've placed stuff outside of the map that you just can't get to. There's just random shit lying around. There's actually a steam pump outside of Southpaw Steam and Power out in the darkness, just for no reason, and it's active and it's actually making steam sounds, fully rendered, fully activated. It doesn't, wow, this moon base looks like it's pretty small out in the distance, and you can see over there's some trees that are spawned, looks to be behind a mountain, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, because we talk about this from time to time where, like in the last episode with the Tiny Tina, they're like, why would you spend resources to make Mordecai's mouth move or animate Tina correctly, even though you can see Tina? This looks like it's too far out and I'm probably gonna hit a death wall, but that's just fine. But it does look like it is the smallest of the moon bases, which is interesting. Because most of the time the moon base is about as big as 3 characters. Let's keep running to it. Let's keep running to it. It is really far out here, damn. I'm not really seeing much else out this way. But there is a mountain out by the moon base. You know, I can actually turn up the game speed just a little bit more. Just give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna have to hop into my Super Fun Time engine and load some things up. Oh, evidently my license for Super Fun Time engine has expired. So that's all good and well. That means nothing because I can still use it. Load up Borderlands 2. Enable speed hack, and we'll pop it up to 5 times speed. How do you guys feel about that? Let's do that. So now I'm booking it. Yep, there's a death wall. There's definitely a death wall. That is unfortunate. Whoop. Let's go back to 1 time speed while we look around a little bit more. So I think this is gonna be the main offering of this area for Out of Bounds, is this sort of, there's an underground desert. There's an underground desert. But you know, that's really how they do that cool little effect where you go through the Lion Witch and the Wardrobe Easter egg. I think that's pretty cool. That was actually my favorite little effect that they do in here, where you go through this and then you're going through the mountains and you're out here. I thought that was really cool that Gearbox did that, and from time to time they really hit the nail on the head with Easter eggs and little intricacies and special effects and stuff. So here is Mr. Tinder Snowflake, where he comes out of the ground, and we're gonna see if he's actually under the ground, but my guess is not. It's just the snowball and the hat. Here's an up-close look at the hat, but we've all seen the hat. Anyways, guys, that'll about wrap it up for today's episode of Out of Bounds. Don't forget to leave a comment saying which Headhunter pack you want me to take a look at next. I think that's going to be next week's Out of Bounds. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know if you enjoy the Out of Bounds videos that are more about the abstract, the ridiculous, because I really like doing both. I like to do the ridiculous, and I like to do the nuts and bolts, the Lego building block pieces of how shit is put together. Again, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Out of Bounds.